This chart shows the Billboard 200, the weekly ranking of the most popular albums in the United States, alongside the U.S. box office rankings for the final week of January 2001. At that moment, a romantic comedy called The Wedding Planner and a pop album called J.Lo both reached #1. If we zoom out and look at the historical timeline of the entertainment industry before this moment, we find a void. This specific kind of dual dominance had never occurred for any woman in the history of American media. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, the industry operated on strict divisions. Pop stars made music, actors made movies. Crossing over usually meant failure. For Latinas, the mainstream landscape was even more restrictive, as major studios rarely cast them in leading roles. Jennifer Lopez did not achieve this milestone by playing within the existing rules. She had to actively dismantle the internal segregation of the entertainment industry to reach that peak. Her starting point was the Castle Hill neighborhood of the Bronx. She was raised in a strict, bicultural Puerto Rican Catholic household. As a teenager, she developed an obsession with dance, practicing until her feet ached. But when she told her parents she wanted to pursue it professionally, they dismissed the idea. To them, mainstream entertainment was a world where no Latininas did that. At age 18, she dropped out of college and left her family home. She moved to Manhattan, taking night classes and sleeping in the office of a dance studio for months to maintain her training. Long before she had a billion-dollar empire, her entire career relied on a massive initial gamble, sacrificing her family's safety net to chase a dream the industry said was impossible. Her early hustle was relentless. Jobs paying $50, dancing in rap videos, touring Europe and Japan just to survive. Her first major break came in 1991. She beat out thousands to secure a spot as a fly girl, a featured jazz-funk dancer, on the hit sketch comedy show In Living Color. The job prompted her to pack up and move to Los Angeles. By 1993, she reached the absolute ceiling of the commercial dance world. She was hired as a backup dancer for Janet Jackson and was scheduled to join Jackson's upcoming world tour. Instead of taking the safe, highly lucrative tour gig, she backed out. She walked away from professional dance entirely to start over at the very bottom of the acting industry. Her trajectory had become a series of calculated escalations, mastering one domain, hitting its absolute ceiling, and then leveraging that momentum to start over and conquer the next. Hollywood was not welcoming. She ground her way through small television roles while constantly fighting casting directors who wanted to limit her to stereotypical parts, like playing a calculating maid. After years of small parts, she won the lead role in the 1997 biographical drama Selena. Her performance earned widespread critical acclaim and proved she could anchor a major feature film. This chart shows the historic pay ceiling for Latina actresses. With Selena, that ceiling broke. Earning $1 million provided financial proof to executives that a Latina lead could open a blockbuster, driving an upward trend in inclusive casting budgets. With acting success generating massive leverage, she shattered the pay gap. Now, she was positioned to make her final, most dangerous pivot. Working on Selena reminded her how much she missed the excitement of live performance. She recorded a demo tape, and her newfound Hollywood profile triggered a bidding war among major record labels. Label executives suggested she sing exclusively in English, but she refused to let them mold her sound. She honored her roots with her 1999 debut album, On the Six, named after the subway line that connected her Bronx home to Manhattan. The album was an immediate commercial triumph. It acted as a primary catalyst for the Latin explosion, a period in the late 1990s when Latin pop music rapidly reached the American mainstream charts. This musical dominance fed directly back into her film career. It created the perfect storm for January 2001, when her second album and her new movie crusted at #1 at the exact same time. That simultaneous #1 in film and music marked the culmination of a 12-year strategic escalation to master every facet of the triple threat. Her massive visibility had physical ripples across the culture. She shifted rigid Western beauty standards, forcing both mainstream media and high fashion to celebrate curvier figures. Her bicultural crossover success paved a direct path for the next generation. US-born Latina artists like Cardi B and Selena Gomez could now occupy the center of English pop music and hip-hop because the trail had already been cleared. She took her icon status and built it into a $5 billion business empire. This included her own production company, highly successful fashion lines, and a massive fragrance brand. And her career longevity defied industry norms. Decades after her debut, she continued to anchor massive cultural moments, performing to a global audience during the Super Bowl LIV halftime show. Yet, despite reaching the absolute pinnacle of global fame, she remained tethered to her Bronx roots. By aggressively pushing past the limits of a segregated Hollywood, she forced a permanent shift in the industry's landscape, ensuring the doors remained open for those following her lead.